Okay, as soon as we get inside, I need you to find every plaintiff you interviewed and tell them they're here under false pretenses.
Done.
Kenny's meeting us here. We need him to identify the man who came to see him, and we're gonna wait for that guy to approach any of our plaintiffs.
And if we connect that guy to Tanner, then we have him on criminal intimidation.
In Emerson Petroleum, we'll have no choice but to settle. Hey, Kenny, good to see you.
This is gonna be fun. You were right.
He called every one of them. You see the guy?
No.
Start looking.
Hey, wait a minute. Miss Williams, do you remember me? I'm Mike Ross from the office.
I remember you.
Do you mind if I ask you what you're doing here today?
We were invited to come and hear a settlement offer.
Really? Excuse me. He came here himself.
Big mistake. Sorry to ruin your little brunch, but I think you know damn well that you can't legally address my clients.
Hey, I just came for the juice. Pulp free. I know I can't talk to your clients directly, but thank God you're here, Harv. Because what I can do is I can talk to you. Harvey, Emerson Petroleum is offering $25,000 to each and every one of your clients. They don't take that. This trial stretches out for years. Cross-examinations will be brutal. They take our settlement, and this whole thing will be gone tomorrow. Now, if any of your clients want to get in touch with me, here's my number. Mr. Ross, Harvey.
Erase that number. You're not gonna get away with what you're doing, you know that, right?
What? I just addressed you with a raised voice. Sometimes my ears aren't so good. If other people heard me, I apologize, Harvey. I'm just glad you were smart enough to figure out I booked the Waldorf. I think I need to take this. I'm guessing it's one of your clients wanting to take my settlement offer. Hello.
Tanner, I'm coming after you. Oh, I got your number.
74 plaintiffs. I can't believe they're willing to cave for $25,000.
Slow down. We need to figure out how to beat Tanner. Guy's been a step ahead of me this entire time.
It's pretty obvious why.
Why?
You told me that you knew he'd go to Kenny because that's what you'd do if you were willing to go out of bounds. You anticipated him by thinking about what you'd do.
And
that's exactly what he's doing to you. I mean, maybe the only way to get ahead of this guy is to, I don't know, think about what you wouldn't do.
surprise myself. I like that.
You're welcome. You gonna tell me what you're doing?
Nope.
Doesn't seem fair to the person whose idea it was. You're gone.
You wanted to talk? Talk.
I did. I want to put this competition aside. Call it a draw.
Tapping out, Harv?
This isn't about that. This is about real people. You make them a reasonable offer, I'll get them to take it.
Real people? You're standing there in a $12,000 suit asking me not to do my job. You care so much about those real people, I suggest you give them your lunch money, but don't ask me for mine.
Vanessa, I'm gonna need that wiretap after all.
Perjure yourself just to win this case.
No, I'm not gonna perjure myself. Even if I were, it wouldn't be just to win this case. It'd be to get your ass thrown in jail. See, you have power of attorney and you're gonna accept this settlement. $2 million a plaintiff. You're gonna take it. And you and that shit-eating grin are gonna fly back to Boston and never come back to my town again.
You can use mine.
Told you I'd get his autograph.
I can't believe you. You were gonna perjure yourself just to win. I thought you didn't cross lines, that's the difference between guys like you and him.
I had no intention of submitting this affidavit. I'm not gonna perjure myself, but Tanner doesn't know that, and he never will.
How do you know?
Because a man who's willing to break the rules can't imagine someone else wouldn't.
You said that you took my advice and that you surprised yourself.
I did. That loan I got for the plaintiffs, I put up $1 million of my own money to get it.
If that's not having emotion, I don't know what is.
Get out.
That seemed a little angry. Feeling good? Satisfied? Happy? All right. Emotional.
Okay, maybe a little happy.
Careful there, Harv. That's high-end Brazilian cherry from the South American rainforest.
Tanner, you selling furniture now?
No, but if we both did, I'd sell more than you.
I thought I told you to stay out of my city.
Can't. I'm the newest senior partner at Smith & Devane.
Don't get too comfortable. If all you're bringing is the Boston Shakedown, you're not gonna be here long.
Oh, I'm bringing more than that, Harvey. Randall versus CM is a winner.
That case was litigated.
Not by me.
Well, let me bring you up to speed. Frank Randall had a history of substance abuse. His family tried to blame Coastal Motors, but his death had nothing to do with the car maker or its design.
Yeah, well, we've got new evidence that contradicts that assertion.
Oh, look at that. You learned some new words. Even if it were true, the statute of limitations ran out.
Well, what you call a shakedown, I call a sure thing.
This is an internal memo.
Showing that CM knew about engineering defects. You're on the wrong side of this one, Harvey.
I never saw this thing in my life.
Sure looks like you did. And that statute of limitations doesn't apply to fraudulent concealment.
I didn't conceal jack shit.
Harvey, that's for your client. We want $46 million and not a penny less. And this, well, that's for you, because we're suing you and your entire firm for fraud.
You really want to come after me again?
I'm not moving down here for the sushi.
0-2 doesn't look good on a resume.
You know, I'm thinking Upper East Side.
Well, why don't you check out the corner of 81st and kiss my ass?
Harvey! What are you doing here?
Nothing. Just delivered CM settlement offer to Smith or Devane. I can't remember. I can't tell those guys apart.
It's not their case.
No, but it is their firm, and I don't trust you.
Our offer was take it or leave it.
Well, we took it, and now we're done.
Well, I'm afraid there's still a little matter of our fraud claim against you.
Tanner, I'm glad you did what you did. The Randall family deserved that money, but let's not pretend you got shit on me.
Excuse me?
You used that memo to get what you wanted, but it never would have held up in court because you wrote it.
That's a scintillating argument. Too bad not a word of it's true.
Well, let's take a look at your resume. Witness tampering, extortion, bribery, forgery fits right in.
That document's the real deal, Harv. And as far as reputations go, I know all about your dirty dealings in the DA's office. Unlike your theories about me, you were actually investigated for the very thing you're being accused of, burying evidence. A point I can't wait to bring up in court. You're the one with the problem, Harv.
You know I didn't do this.
Hey, thanks for settling the case for me, buddy. But I said I wanted a pound of flesh from CM and you, and I meant it. So you did have the document from Coastal Motors?
Objection.
Harvey, you're the defendant.
I wasn't objecting to his question, just his tie. I do have to look at it, you know.
It's fun, isn't it, Harv? Hanging out, catching up, learning about your fraud.
I hate to burst your bubble, Trav, but there was no fraud.
There was no fraud. What? You just said you had the document.
Yes, we went back through the case files, found the report. Whoops, that's it.
Whoops. I hope you got that. Whoops? Your defense is whoops?
All right, you've made your point. You made us a settlement offer that we would never take. Let's talk about one that we would.
This is a deposition, not a settlement meeting.
Every meeting is a settlement meeting.
Fine. The offer was $5 million, and Harvey gets disbarred. How about $100 million? And Harvey gets disbarred.
Tanner, you want to take this to court? Go right ahead. I'd rather watch her cut you down than see her cut a deal anyway.
You know, I see why Hairdo wants to roll the dice, but why you?
You just went from $5 million to $100 million, and you're questioning why I don't want to settle.
If that's the sticking point, I might be able to go to $0 million. But the one thing I won't budge on is he gets disbarred. Hey, I'm doing you a favor. I mean, what does he, cause a headache like this once, twice a month?
Doesn't matter, because he cures more than he makes, like when you stuck your nose into my case last year, and he beat you.
Crushed him.
Then he took his ball and went home.
Should've stayed there.
Look at that, finishing each other's sentences. How cute. No wonder you won't throw him under the bus. Good for you, Harvey. I mean, you're throwing her under the bus.
Watch yourself, Tanner.
Oh, what's the matter, Harv? Did I offend your delicate sensibilities? You want to take your ball and go home?
I'm gonna take my ball and shove it up
Harvey?
your...
Of course. Your coiffed hair, your pretty nails. See, she's the man and you're the girl. You know, it's funny. I would have thought she'd prefer someone
This
like...
deposition is over.
Oh, what, is Mommy gonna take you home now? Wait. That's it. You got a thing for Mommy. And now it all makes sense. Because I actually looked into your Mommy. And it turns out that the whole time you were home with Daddy, Mommy was out banging. Point. Tanner. I'll see you in court, Harv.
There's only way to face this bomber. Gonna wake you up, gonna face this better. There's only way to discover your
I hope you brought a baseball bat. You want to go another round with me? You're gonna need it.
What does it matter what I have? You're just gonna sucker punch me again anyway.
Boo-hoo. You baited me. You wanted to catch me on that tape, and you know it.
That's not what I'm talking about, and you know it.
You want to settle? Let me save you some time. We pass.
You can pass, you can sign it, you can stick it up your ass, but this is the best you're getting.
This gets me off the hook.
Nice try. You think I don't know this was your doing? Harvey, next time have the balls to do it yourself instead of sending your errand boy.
Errand boy.
You got what you wanted, so stop playing dumb. Daniel Hardman doesn't work you, you work him.
Should've let me hit him.
I don't know about that, but maybe we shouldn't have let him leave.
Why?
Maybe he wasn't snooping. Maybe he was, I don't know, trying to plant something like drugs.
In my record collection?
What better place to stash the weed than with the Bob Marley, man?
Lewis doesn't even know where to buy drugs, let alone plant them.
I know where to buy drugs.
Congratulations.
No, I'm serious. What if instead of peeing, we planted something in Hardman's office? Genius.
It's a crime.
Maybe, but he wouldn't hesitate for 1 second to do the same thing to get rid of you. What?
He wouldn't hesitate to plant somebody to get rid of me.
What, Lewis?
No. Hardman.
I just said that.
No. What if Hardman planted the CM memo in the first place?
Well,
Donna never saw the memo. Donna never makes mistakes. What if she never saw it 4 years ago because it wasn't there?
and then it was. You really think he had the balls to walk into that file room, open a box, and plant a document?
No security cameras and no locks on the doors.
Fine, but how did he get the document in the first place?
Hardman brought Coastal Motors into the firm.
Yeah, but he wasn't here when the case went to trial.
No, not the trial, the defect. What's the date Sarah Layton left CM?
There.
Hardman was still here.
Makes sense.
Sarah Layton confronts Kemp. He panics. Who's the first person he calls?
His lawyer.
Hardman tells him to bury it.
That's a crime.
You said yourself he wouldn't hesitate to commit a crime.
He knew the cars were bad from the beginning.
What?
When Hardman came back, the first thing he did was ask Lewis for a report on every case at the firm.
Yeah, he was looking for weaknesses. He knew the CM win was based on a lie, made it look like it was my lie.
Which brings us to
Tanner.
Hardman couldn't bring the suit himself. He needed an executioner.
And he picked Tanner. So when I suspected something was fishy, I'd focus on Tanner, not him. They were in on it together.
I went through every box that Hardman looked at to find dirt on Tanner. There was no dirt.
You need to call a partner meeting.
I'll call for it. 5 minutes after you get me some proof.
Sorry, Harvey. Pilates is on Wednesdays.
You and I are gonna go. And when we're done, you're gonna admit to me what you did.
Oh, I've done a lot of things, Harvey.
Well, I wanna know why you settled.
You know damn well why I settled.
No, I don't. I wanna know about you and Hardman. You're gonna answer my questions or I'm gonna kick your ass.
I'm not doing the one, and you can't do the other.
I can, and you will.
All right, let's go. As long as it takes.
I win, you talk?
You lose, I don't.
But he has tricks, man. Think I seen you before, blank to that.
Why'd you settle? I declined to answer. Why'd you settle? I declined to answer.
You get one question.
Let's see. How about, why'd you settle?
Because that memo was a fraud.
What? You need to come forward.
No. I said one question, Harvey. One question. You know, I could have you sanctioned for being late to a settlement conference.
Tanner, what the hell are you doing here? And how the hell did you insinuate yourself with Ava Hessington?
Jealous?
No, I just thought Hessington was in the oil business, not the snake oil business.
They diversified.
Where's Ava?
Ava's not here because she's not interested in your offer to testify against Edward Darby.
I'm not the one who did this to her.
Aren't you? Didn't you pull your typical bullshit to get the original attorney thrown off this case?
To win the damn case?
Well, instead of winning it, it led to Ava being charged with murder.
A charge I got her off of by finding the people who were actually responsible.
Sorry, Harv, but that's not enough. And Ava has no intention of letting you off the hook.
Ava? Or you? We both know you tracked her down because of your lifelong, never gonna happen dream to beat me.
I never heard of Ava Hessington until she walked through my door.
Bullshit. You have a subscription to Harvey Specter monthly, and I know it.
Okay, you got me. I knew exactly who she was the second she walked through my door. My chance to take your lunch money.
Well, let me make you an advance payment. Why don't you use this to call your mom and tell her to get the tissues ready, because you're 0-2 against me, and the O isn't the number that's gonna change.
Feels like old times. A lot of good memories in this room.
Bring back the taste of blood in your mouth?
Oh, I'm a shark, Harvey. I love the taste of blood. Speaking of which, when you accepted this case, did you make a side deal with Edward Darby where he agreed to make you managing partner over Jessica Pearson if you won?
Yes, I did. But that isn't a side deal. That's an incentive.
What it is a conflict of interest.
That is not true. If anything, it made Harvey work harder for Ava.
Whatever gets you through the night. The truth is, Edward Darby doesn't make that deal unless you have leverage. You knew Darby couldn't lose because Stephen Huntley's murders would be discovered, isn't that correct?
No, it isn't.
So, prior to her trial starting, you didn't know that Stephen Huntley orchestrated those murders?
No, I didn't.
What if I told you I have evidence that you did?
I'd say you're full of shit.
And whether he knew or not is irrelevant, since Edward Darby stipulated that he knew, making Mr. Specter liable anyway.
Oh, it's relevant. Because 2 days ago, Mr. Specter tried to cut a deal to split off from Edward Darby behind your back. Oh, I see. Harvey didn't tell you.
If Harvey had told me, it wouldn't be going behind my back. And I'm not going to blame him for doing what's in his nature any more than I'd blame you for being an asshole.
Ooh, feisty and hot. Now I get why he can't stay away from you.
Tanner, the last time Harvey knocked you out, you don't start acting like a human being this time, you're gonna have to deal with me.
Hey, I'm not the one who screwed my old girlfriend while she was engaged. Kind of a dick move, Harv.
That's enough.
Wait a second. How come she jumped in and you didn't? She didn't tell you she was engaged. You can't trust the hot ones.
Come after me, Tanner. That's what you're here for.
Oh, I get it. You actually care about her. I think I've gotten everything I need right now. But since it was so much fun, I'm gonna go ahead and reserve the right to do this again.
Miss Hessington, when we first met, did you admit you bribed a foreign government to get your pipeline?
I pled guilty.
I didn't ask you what you pled. I asked if you did it.
That's privileged.
Your client forfeited privilege when she sued me. Keep that in mind.
My client's not suing you. She's suing Pearson Darby Specter.
There is no Pearson Darby Specter. We split.
Edward Darby wouldn't allow that.
Edward Darby doesn't have the power to stop it.
But I do, and I'm not going to let you make them suffer for what Darby did.
Hell of a performance, Harvey. Backup singers and everything. Still not gonna stop us.
And he isn't making them suffer. I am for what he did to me.
Did what to you? Get you a slap on the wrist for your original bribery charges? Get you off murder? Or stop you from bribing witnesses?
Which brings me to my next question. Did you fire me for refusing to bribe witnesses on your behalf?
You're under oath.
Don't answer that.
I wouldn't. It's a federal crime.
She doesn't have to. Like I said, we're not bound by privilege. And I've got 3 witnesses, including your friend Stephen Huntley, who testified to it in open court.
You want to throw stones, Ava? We've got some rocks of our own.
What are you doing, Harvey?
I'm talking to your client off the record.
No. On the record or not at all.
No, let him speak. I want to hear what he's got to say.
Ava, you can come at us, and we can come at you. I don't want that. You wanted to know if I'm sorry? I am. I am sorry I didn't listen to you. I'm sorry I didn't believe you. I am sorry that my history with Cameron put a target on your back. But I am not sorry that I did everything in my power to help you every chance I got. If you don't believe that, then keep coming. But if you do, I'm asking, put your anger where it belongs. Tanner, I hope you still have that quarter I gave you, because I think it's time to call your mom.
Harvey.
Fantastic.